As we get going this morning, the mayor is here, and I just would like to say in terms of my introduction that in this world of Ujamaa, there's no introduction that's needed. Long before he became the city's first African-American mayor, he was a true friend of Ujamaa, a frequent guest at our activities, and by far one of the most arguably the most motivational role model for the Ujamaa men to be. They truly inspired by his work as well as being able to be elected official. They can see themselves in this young man. So without a lot of further ado, will we please welcome Mayor Carter to the stage, please.
Good morning. It is always a pleasure to be here. I know those of us come here every year because we're supporting a great organization and also because they have a really great history of hosting some pretty incredible breakfasts for Ujamaa Place every year. I'm honored to be here and I'm honored to share this space with you. It's always great to see you, Governor Waltz, and I thank you for the work that you're doing. I'm honored to be the mayor of what I always introduce as the most phenomenal city on the planet. And Mr. Governor, I rarely have to clarify which city I mean when I say that. Look, right now in St. Paul, anybody who's, I just want to say two things. One, anybody who's seen the news knows that we've had a tough go of it over the last month. We're having a deep conversation about what public safety means, what it means to keep a community safe, and how we can actually produce the type of community that can achieve the type of public safety outcomes that we desire and that we deserve. You know, there are folks who have promised us over the last generation that if we just put more people in jail, that our neighborhoods will be safer. I don't know anyone who would argue from a statistical perspective that that has worked. Do you? We have put millions of people in jail, and we're still saying, you know, we need to do something different. And over the last month and a half, I've gotten a chance too often to sit with grieving family members or neighbors in shock. And what they all say is, we have to do something different. We have to try something different. We need a new approach. And so I'm happy to be here today because don't you know that Ujamaa Place represents that new approach. I had someone ask me once, they said, you know what, I came out of prison and I came back into the community and they said, go be a contributing member of society. But if I can't live here, I can't work here, and I can't vote here, what is a contributing member of society? And so through Ujamaa Place, we're kind of saying the opposite. Instead of saying, you know what, if you've done something that you regret, we're going to send you to the outskirts of society and make sure it's hard for you to get housing, and make sure it's hard for you to get a job, and make sure it's hard for you to be in community productively. Ujamaa Place does the opposite. You know, we spend $94,000, something like that, a year to imprison people. Ujamaa Place is spending $3,000, $6,000 a year to say, let's make sure you're stably housed. Let's make sure you're ready for a job. Let's make sure that you have access to supports. And while we see people all over the country who get out and get stuck in what my father used to call the revolving door of our criminal justice system, Ujamaa Place has had a recidivism rate, not even a rate, you can't even call it a rate. I think you've had 2 people recidivate. That's incredible. The other thing I'll say, and I think I'm almost to the end of my 3 minutes, is this. There's going to be a lot of temptation today to fall into the trap of hating each other and dividing ourselves. And one thing that I've learned about hate is when you hate back, hate wins. And, you know, I'm encouraging us in St. Paul, I'm encouraging us in Minnesota, that even as we go through these next 24 hours, to continue to exemplify the spirit of Ujamaa Place, to continue to exemplify the spirit of Minnesota, the spirit of our former Senator Paul Wellstone, who said, we all do better when we all do better. We have an opportunity to show that Minnesota is better. So I'm proud to be here with you. I'm proud to support this great organization. Please give generously, and I look forward to continuing to work with all of you as we push forward into the future our state, our city, our country deserves. Thank you very much.